you guys enjoy my audiobook for Polar Express Enjoy.
Hey guys, it's me, read.I here. We didn't read a book I grew up having a long time ago. It's called The Polar Express. Good movie, good book. I read it as a kid. So quick history about my childhood a little bit about this book. I think I was in 2nd grade, I could be wrong. And I read this book when I was like in 2nd grade, and I heard of it. It was like an author came. He read us this book, so I'm gonna read to you guys for tradition. It's gonna be scheduled on the first day of Christmas, and then we read more Christmassy books or normal books. I don't have much Christmas books right now. Back then we did, but we're gonna read loud and proud. Okay, so let's read the Polar Express book. If you guys read it, just listen, enjoy, have some hot cocoa, and make a fire, Christmas tree. Oh, sorry. Set up some decorations. Enjoy the audiobook I'm making right now. Okay. First thing first, enjoy before we start reading, and make some hot cocoa. Enjoy, sit back, decorate if you like. Listen to my audiobook if you want. You don't have to. It's nice listen. But I'm gonna try my best with my voice and my words. Here we go. The Polar Sorry, redo. The Polar Express, written and illustrated by Chris Van Allsburg. Gumby. Polar Express. On Christmas Eve many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed. I did not rustle the sheets. Breathe slowly and silently. I was listening for a sound a friend had told me. I did never hear the ringing bells of Santa. No Santa, my friend had insisted, but I knew he was wrong. Like that night, I did hear sounds though, not of ringing bells. From outside came the sounds of hissing steam and squeaking metal. I looked through my window and saw a train stand perfectly still in front of my house. It was wrapped in an apron of steam. Snowflakes fell lightly around it. A conductor stood at. He took a large pocket watch from his vest, then looked up at my window, tiptoed downstairs and out the door. "All aboard!" cried out. I ran up to him. "Well," he said, "are you coming?" "Where?" I asked. "Why, to the North Pole, of course," was his answer. He pulled me aboard. The train was filled with other children, all in their pajamas and nightgowns. We sang Christmas carols and ate candies with nutmeg, centers white as snow, hot cocoa thick and rich as melted chocolate bars. Outside, the lights of towns and villages flickered in the distance as the Polar Express. Soon there were no more lights to be seen. We traveled through the cold, dark forest, where gray wolves roamed and white-tailed rabbits hid from our train as it thundered through the quiet wilderness. It seemed as if we would scrape the moon. But the Polar Express never slowed down. Faster and faster we ran along, rolling over peaks and through valleys, car on a roller coaster. The mountains turned into hills, the hills to snow-covered plains. We crossed a barren desert of ice, a great polar ice cap. Lights appeared in the distance. They looked like the lights of a strange ocean liner sailing on a frozen sea. "There," said the conductor, "is the North Pole." It was a huge city, standing all alone at the top of the world, filled with factories where every Christmas toy was made. At first we saw no elves. "They are gathering at the center of the city," the conductor told us. "That is where Santa will give the first gift of Christmas." "Who received the first gift?" we all asked. The conductor answered, "He will choose one of you." "Look!" shouted one of the children. "The elves!" Outside we saw hundreds. As our train drew closer to the center of the North Pole, we slowed to a crawl. So crowded were the streets with Santa's helpers. The Polar Express go no further. The conductor led us out. Pressed through the crowd to the edge of a large open circle. The reindeer were excited. They pranced and pantsed, rang the silver sleigh bells that hung from their harnesses. It was a magical sound like nothing I did ever heard. Across the circle, the elves moved apart and Santa Claus appeared. The elves cheered wildly. He marched over to us and pointed to me. "Let's have this fellow here." He jumped into his sleigh. The conductor handed me up. I sat on the Santa's knee, and he asked, "Now, what will you like for Christmas?" I knew that I could have any gift I could imagine, but the thing I wanted most for Christmas was not inside Santa's giant bag. What I want more than anything was one silver bell from Santa's sleigh. When I asked, Santa smiled. Then he gave me a hug. He told an elf to cut a bell from a reindeer's harness. The elf tossed it up to Santa. He stood holding the bell high above him and called out, "The first gift of Christmas." A clock struck midnight as the elves roared their approval. Santa handed the bell to me, and I put it in my bathrobe pocket. The conductor helped me down from the sleigh. Santa shouted out the readers' names and cracked his whip. His team charged forward and climbed into the air. Santa circled once above us, then disappeared in the cold, dark Polar As soon as we were back inside the Polar Express, the other children asked to see the bell. I reached into my pocket, but the only thing I felt was a hole. I had lost the silver bell from Santa Claus' sleigh. "Let's hurry outside and look for it," one of the children said, but the train gave a sudden lurch and started moving. We were on our way home. It broke my heart to lose the bell. When the train reached my house, I sadly left the other children. I stood at my doorway and waved goodbye, and the conductor said something from the moving train, but I couldn't hear him. "What?" I yelled out. He cupped his hands around his mouth. "Merry Christmas," he shouted. The Polar Express let out a loud blast from its whistle and sped away. Christmas morning, my little sister Sarah and I opened our presents. When it looked as if everything had been unwrapped, Sarah found one last small box behind a tree. It had my name on it. Inside was the silver bell. There was a note. "Found this on the seat of my sleigh. Fix that hole in your pockets. I'm Mr. C." I shook the bell. It made the most beautiful sound of my make. And shook the. I shook the bell. It made the most beautiful sound my sister and I had ever heard. But my mother said, "Oh, that's too bad." "Yes," said my father, "it's broken." When I did shake in the bell, my parents had not heard a sound. At one time, most of my friends couldn't hear the bell, but as years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. Though I have grown old, the bell still rings for me as it does for all who truly believe. The end. Well, guys, thank you for listening for this audiobook. This is really special for me to read this book to you guys. There's a true meaning to the book, and I got my phone because it's true. There is a meaning to Christmas, and I will tell you with one person you know who loves Christmas. Just give me a second. Yep, he's right here. I know I will edit this out. Here you go, guys. Hey, guys, it's me, Mr. Bones here. Yep, I love Christmas, though. But, remember, I said, though, that, well, yes, the book is really good. I like it a lot, too. I was listening to it, too, guys. Us kids know the true meaning of Christmas is you to believe in Christmas, joy in Christmas. If you believe in joy, you can believe in Santa, or if not, that's okay too. You don't have to believe in Santa to enjoy Christmas. You can believe that you are Santa. Like my mom said it once a year. And it's true. If you believe you're Santa Claus, that's why I always wear these Santa hats. It's always good to believe in Christmas joy. Done, guys. Thank you for listening to my podcast. I mean, audiobook tonight. Thank